Hey, this is Jordan from ThatHumble Wrestling, ThatHumble.com. Hey, I'm on Twitter at Jordan_Verge, and this is our NXT Halloween Havoc 2021 predictions. I introduced myself, but I'm not alone, and I can't do this alone. So hey, take it away, Ted.
What is going on, everybody? It's Ted, Jordan's tag team partner. We're like the Steiners, mixed with Motor City Machine Guns, and mixed with all the Express tag teams. My brothers call me Yokozuna. I'm currently at work, and this is my portion of the NXT Halloween Havoc 2021 predictions.
We're going to kick off with the debut of the third Uso. He's going by Solo Sikoa. I believe that's the pronunciation of the last name. He's the street champion of the island, and oh my god, why would I pick against him? Of course, it's his debut. He's gonna smash anyone just like his cousin Roman does. He just smashes dudes. I don't know who he faces, but whoever he faces, he's looking up at the lights. Solo Sikoa winning his debut match.
Something I'm very excited about is the debut of Solo Sikoa. If you're not familiar with who Solo Sikoa is, it's the third Uso, the youngest brother of Jimmy and Jay Uso, the Uso brothers. He is formerly known as Joseph Sifa Fatu. His vignettes leading up to his NXT debut, billing himself as the street champion of the island, which I think is so cool, and I pray to God that he gets moved up to the main roster and moved in with the bloodline. You might say, Ted, his last name's not Uso or whatever the case is, but WWE loves changing names and moving gimmicks around, and they'll figure out a way to tie him in if they want to. But I hope that that happens because I think seeing the three brothers together with Roman and would be pretty sweet. I'm assuming his debut match will be against like Cameron Grimes, Isaiah Swerve Scott, somebody like that they can put Solo Sikoa over. I just love stuff like this, so I'm excited to see this happen.
All right, and next we have the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship Triple Threat Scareway to Hell ladder match. Honestly, I just wish every match was just a Scareway to Hell ladder match. Not even just any ladder match, any regular match. Every match on Crown Jewel should have been a Scareway to Hell ladder match. Every match at Full Gear should be a Scareway to Hell triple threat ladder match. Throw all of it. Just make everything super scary and super helly. We got Io Shirai and Zoe Stark, who are the champions. They're going up against Indy Hartwell and Persia Parada, and they're also going up against Toxic Attraction. Oh my god. Listen, I love Toxic Attraction. I want them to end the night with all of the championships. That's what I want. I don't necessarily think that's what's gonna happen, though. I think that maybe it is. I'm gonna go Toxic Attraction. I think Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, they're gonna win. I think that's what's gonna happen. And I want that to happen too. I'm taking them. Toxic Attraction. They're winning that triple threat Scareway to Hell ladder match.
Next we have, and this is a common theme for the last couple matches here, spin the wheel, make the deal. This one is for the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. So on the Go Home show, they spun a wheel, kind of like I think it was called Raw Roulette with Eric Bischoff, where it like picks a match on a big wheel. You spin the wheel and it lands on a match. The match that it landed on for this match was a Scareway to Hell ladder match. The ladder match consists of Indy Hartwell and Priscilla Parada versus Gigi Dolan and JC Jane versus Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. So it's a triple threat women's tag ladder Scareway to Hell ladder match for the NXT women's tag titles. NXT always kills it with tag team ladder matches, so this match is probably going to be fantastic. I'm assuming I want to win is Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. However, on the Go Home show, JC Jane did a suicide dive spot, and she ended up getting caught in the ropes, and it looked horrible from what I saw. It looked absolutely terrible. So I don't know if that switches things up, but I really would love to see that happen if they have to get like another partner for Gigi Dolan. But I want them to win because that leads us into the next match.
Well, we dealt with the other members of Toxic Attraction. Why don't we look at the head of the snake? We got, ooh, that's kind of a cool nickname. The NXT Women's Championship Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal match. If it were up to me, I would make this a Scareway to Hell ladder match as well. We got Raquel Gonzalez, and she's putting her title up against Mandy Rose, the leader of Toxic Attraction. I believe they're not like the core where they're all the leaders. I think she's the leader. She's going for the main championship. If Toxic Attraction is winning those tag titles, Mandy Rose is probably going to win this, right? Toxic Attraction, one of the best things on NXT 2.0. And I think if Mandy wins this title, this feud can continue. And geez, they have some of the best promos leading into this between Raquel Gonzalez and Mandy Rose. I'm going Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose is going to win this in a Scareway to Hell ladder match.
Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal, NXT Women's title match, where it's Mandy Rose versus Raquel Gonzalez. And I'm having Mandy Rose win that. So Mandy Rose is in a stable with GD Dolan and JC Jane, and I want them all to have titles at the end of the night because having titles in a stable just makes it that much cooler. Again, it's a spin the wheel, make the deal, where they spin a wheel and the stipulation of the match will be announced. So we'll see what happens there. I don't even have a prediction for what kind of match it'll be because who knows?
All right, the next spin the wheel, make the deal, hopefully Scareway to Hell ladder match. MSK, the champions, versus Imperium. Of course, this is for the NXT Tag Team Championship. And I like both of these teams a lot. MSK has had the championships, the straps, for a minute now since Stand and Deliver. I could see Imperium taking it since this is the first, special event since NXT 2.0. They're maybe looking to change some things up, but I mean, with my previous predictions, dude, you know what? Maybe NXT 2.0, Halloween Havoc, NXT 2121, Scareway to Hell ladder match. Maybe that's the full name of the card, by the way. Maybe this is a real changing of the guard and all of the championships are changing. I'm going Imperium, going out on a ledge, new champions in that Scareway to Hell, spin the wheel, make the deal NXT Tag Team Championship match.
That leads us into spin the wheel, make the deal NXT Men's Tag Team match. Imperium versus MSK. I'm going to go with MSK. I love MSK. I followed them a little bit toward the end of their Impact run. I think they're super entertaining guys. They're super talented guys. Pulling for MSK.
And it's time for the main event. All right, NXT Championship match, Tommaso Ciampa, Braun Breaker. My last prediction may have given this away, but I think that all of the screen time that Braun Breaker has had on NXT 2.0 so far has given away this result. Braun Breaker is taking Goldie home, and he's going to make Goldie one of his new freaks.
And finally, the NXT title match, Braun Breaker versus Tommaso Ciampa. And I'm going to go Braun Breaker here. I think Braun Breaker, it's time. I think Tommaso Ciampa was just going to be a transition champion after Samoa Joe. I think it was just a transition to move into the future. NXT 2.0, is kind of closing the door on the old NXT to bring in the new NXT. And I think Braun Breaker is going to win the match there. And then after the match, I'm hoping we get a Joe Gacy and what's that man's name? Harland. It was Parker Bordeaux. I hope we see those two guys come out and just absolutely just beat down Braun Breaker and make their name in NXT like right away. Joe Gacy's going to take Harland under his wing. So I hope Braun Breaker wins and then Parker Bordeaux, Harland comes out and just beats down Braun Breaker and they stand tall to set up a feud with Breaker and Harland down the line because Jordan and I have agreed in the past that Breaker and Harland is going to be money.
And that does it for our NXT Halloween Havoc 2021 predictions, our worst case scenario for the event where we go over the things we don't want to have happen on this show. It's on our channel. It's in the description down below. I'm Jordan. That was Ted. See you later. Boo.